Hi, this is Dr. K. Shobha. Let us move on to the session number 10, problems on estimated cost sheet. Okay, now we have done some of the problems regarding the estimated cost sheet. Let us move on to the next problem. Flex Shoe Company manufactures two types of shoes, A and B. Cost for the year ended 31st March 2019 were direct materials 1,50,000, direct wages 84,000, sorry 8,40,000, production overhead 3,60,000, total cost 27 lakhs. There was no work in progress at the beginning or at the end of the year. It is ascertained that direct material in type A shoe consists twice. You have to underline that twice as much as that in type B shoe. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿದು 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆದರೆ ಎದು 2 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ direct wages for type B shoes were 60% of those type of A shoes. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿದು 60% ಆದರೆ ಎದು 100% ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಶೂಸ್ 100%, ಬಿ ಶೂಸ್ ವೇರ್ 60% ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪರ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಟೈಪ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ administrative overhead for each type was 150% of direct wages. Administration overheads ಅವನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ now you have to be taken whatever the direct wages you have calculated, from that you supposed to take 150% of your direct wages. That should be considered as your administration overhead. Next, selling cost was 1.50 per pair. Selling cost ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 1.50 per pair ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಎ 40,000 pairs, of which 36,000 were sold. See here, you have to understand. See, type A 40,000 pairs, of which 36,000 were sold. That means 40,000 were under production. Already 40,000 were finished for sale. Under that, how many were been sold? Only 36,000 were sold. 40,000 ಪೇರು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೈ 36,000 were being sold. Then how many were rest ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 4,000 pairs of A is under finished goods. ಅದು ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೇಲ್. ನೌ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಬಿ 1,20,000 pairs, of which 1 lakh were sold. Under type B shoe nalli 1,20,000 pairs were produced, out of which 1 lakh were sold. Now, how many were type B shoes under finished goods? Finished goods ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 20,000 pairs were still under closing stock ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Next, selling price was 44 for type A and 28 for type B per pair. Prepare a statement showing cost of profit. See, this one they have given, you need to calculate the estimated cost sheet. Okay, now I hope now you have cleared with this problem. I have given you some of the hints while reading the problem. Let us go to the next slide. See, now, as I was telling, look at the problem now. See here, there was no work in progress in the beginning or at the end of the year. It is ascertained that direct materials in type A shoe consist twice. This one, that is what I told you to underline this, twice as much as. Ivaga ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. To calculate the cost per unit, A shoe consists twice as much as in that type of B shoe. Now look at the calculation. Calculation of material cost per pair of type A and B. Let B material cost is equal to X. See here, I have mentioned B material cost is equal to X because we don't know what is the cost per unit. Then A is equal to 2X. Why you have got there 2X means, as in the beginning in the problem we have stated that twice as much of your B. Is it right? So we have given B ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆದರೆ A ಗೆ 2 ರೂಪಾಯಿ. Okay. So then you have to be taken A is equal to 2X. Therefore, see here 40,000. How many units were being produced? 40,000 units were being produced. So 40,000 into 2X. 2X. A is 2. Is it right? So 40,000 into 2X plus 1,20,000. That is of B. 1,20,000 into X is equal to 15 lakhs. So for your materials in the problem, how much they have been given? 15 lakhs is the cost. Okay, that is what we have taken here. Now 40,000 into 2, how much you will be getting? 80,000 X plus this is of A, and 1,20,000 into X. This is of B. So 1,20,000 X is equal to 15 lakhs. This is your direct materials, what they have given in the problem. Next, so 80,000 X plus 1,20,000 X. How much we will be getting? 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs X is equal to 15 lakhs. Now let us divide this. So 15 lakhs divided by 2 lakhs is equal to, so X is equal to how much you are going to get? 7.5. See here, 7.5 of B. X ಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Is it right? So you are getting the value of B. B ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ? 7.5 is the cost per unit. Therefore, type B material cost per unit is 7.5. Now, let us calculate for type A material cost per unit. So type A though, in the beginning itself we have been given A is equal to 2X. Is it right? Now 2 into X value ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ? 7.5 we have got. So 2 into 7.5 you are going to get 15. Okay. Now I hope you all understood the cost per unit of A is 15 and cost per unit of B is 7.5 for your materials. Okay. Now see, that is for the material. Now let us go back to the problem. See, let us think about, let us go for the wages. What is the wages they have given? That is, direct wages is 8,40,000. For your wages, you need to be calculated. Direct wages of type B shoes were 60% of those type of B shoes. Now we need to calculate the same calculation how you have been calculated for the materials. Materials already we calculated. Now let us go to the calculation of wages. See, calculation of wage cost per pair of type A and B. B is equal to 60% of type A. Therefore, B is equal to 60% under 60 by 100. So 0.60x you are going to get. Then A is equal to 1x. So therefore, 40,000 is your production into X plus 1,20,000 of B into 0.6. That is the wages. ಸೊ ವೇಜಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ 8,40,000. ಸೊ 40,000 x plus 1,20,000 into 0.6, that is 72,000 x you are going to get is equal to 8,40,000. So 40,000 x plus 72,000 x is equal to 8,40,000. So x now we have to take out. What is the value of x? 1,12,000 x is equal to 8,40,000 and divide ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we are going to get x is equal to 7.5. That is the cost of A. That is the cost per unit of A. Therefore, type A wage cost per pair is equal to 7.5. Type B material cost per pair is equal to 60% of your A. So 0.60 into 7.5 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we are going to get the cost per unit of B is 4.5. Because the calculation is very much important for us, or else we may not able to identify what is the cost per unit here. Okay, now I will go directly to the problem now. Now see here, you have got the problem here. Direct materials, how much they have been given, already you have calculated the cost per unit. See, type A 40,000 pairs were being manufactured. This is what, this is what they have been given, cost per unit. And type B is 1,20,000 pairs. This is what it was being produced. Amount you need to take cost per unit, amount and the cost per unit. Now direct materials, how much they have been given in the problem, that we don't know. Is it right? See, already they have given, but what is the cost per unit? See here, direct materials is 15 lakhs. Okay, that you are dividing now. Okay, see, 15 cost per unit already you calculated. For A is 15. 15 into 40,000, you are going to get 6 lakhs. And B, for type B is 7.5, you have already calculated. 7.5 into 1,20,000. So how much you are going to get? 9 lakhs. If you add these two, 9 plus 9 lakhs plus 6,000 is 15 lakhs you have got. Now let us go to the direct wages. See, already you have calculated for type A, that is 7.5 is the cost per unit, and for B is 4.50. Now you have to multiply 7.50 into 40,000 pairs. You are going to get 3 lakhs. You will be getting 3 lakhs. Okay. And for B is 4.5 into 1,20,000. You are going to get 5,40,000. In this problem, there is no direct expenses is given here. Okay. So you are going to get the direct total as prime cost. So what is the total of your prime cost is 6 lakhs plus 3 lakhs, 9,000 is the prime cost of A, and cost per unit is 22.5 and 14 lakhs 40,000 and cost per unit is 12. Now let us go to the factory overheads. See, factory overheads, let us go back to the problem. What is the information they have given for your factory overheads? See, production overhead was the same per pair of A and B type. Production overhead is nothing but your factory overheads. Now see, factory overheads or the production overhead. How to calculate the factory or the production overheads? Okay, now see here, what is your total production? What is the total we have given for the production is 3,60,000. Production cost ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ? 3,60,000 ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Now how much was of type A and how much for type B? What is the total production? Production units ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? 40,000 for A and 1,20,000 for B. ಇವಾಗ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 1,60,000 was the production. Is it right? ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? 3,60,000 was the production cost. So 3,60,000 divided by 1,60,000. ಈ 1,60,000 ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ A and B produced. Okay, A 40,000 and B is 1,20,000. ಅವಾಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 1,60,000 pairs were being produced. Okay, so 3,60,000 divided by 1,60,000 ಮಾಡಿ, you are going to get 2.25. That is your cost per unit. So 2.25 into 40,000 ಮಾಡಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 90,000 was the cost incurred for type A, and for B 2.25 is the cost per unit. And what is the total production? 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 into 2.25 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, you are going to get the production overheads is 2,70,000 for B. This is how you need to be calculated. Now, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So what is the factory cost? You have got it is 9,90,000 and cost per unit is 24.75. And for type B do 17,10,000 and cost per unit is 14.25. Now, next one, let us go for the administration overheads. Now, see here, administration overheads, what they have been given in the problem, 150% of direct wages. I hope you all understood. Administration overheads ಗೆ ಅವನೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 150% of your direct wages ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಈಗ what is the direct wages is given in the problem? They have given 3 lakhs for A and B ಗೆ ಬಂದು 5,40,000. See here, how to calculate the administration overheads is 3 lakhs, that is your direct wages, into 150%. 150 divided by 100 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ how much you are going to get? The cost of your administration overheads is 4,50,000 for type A. And the same way you need to calculate for type B also. So B ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ 150% ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. What is the direct wages they have given in the problem for B is 5,40,000. So 5,40,000 into 150 divided by 100 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you are going to get 8,10,000. That is the cost you are going to incur in your administration overheads. Okay. And next is you need to calculate the cost per unit. So 4,40,000 is the administration divided by 40,000 per unit. Okay, you are going to get the cost per unit is 11.25, and you need to take for B also 8,10,000 divided by 1,20,000. You are going to get the cost per unit is 6.75. Now you need to add now factory overheads along with your office and administration overheads and add madadre, you are going to get 14,40,000 is the cost of production. Cost per unit is 36, and for B is 25,20,000, and the cost per unit is 21. Now, from this, we need to deduct the closing stock of finished goods. See, closing stock of finished goods. Now, earlier I was told that how many pairs were being produced by A. A produced 40,000 pairs and B produced 1,20,000 pairs. Out of 40,000 of A, how many were sold? 36,000 pairs were sold. Now, how many were being rest? ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 4,000 pairs were ಅಂಡರ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಇನ್ನು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಸಿ 4,000 into what is the cost per unit? See, already the cost of production, cost per unit ನಮ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 36 ಇದೆ. So 4,000 into 36. If you do that, you are going to get 1,44,000. That is the closing stock of finished goods. And same you need to calculate for B also. See here, the cost per unit, how much you have? Cost of production though 21 you have. And B though, how many were produced? 1,20,000 was being produced. How many were sold? 1 lakh were sold. Now, how many were being under Closing stock of finished goods alide 20,000 is under the closing stock. So 20,000 into cost per unit is 21. If you calculate, you are going to get 4 lakhs 20,000. You will be getting that. Next, after the cost of production 14 lakhs 40, you need to deduct the closing stock of finished goods. You are going to get 12 lakhs 96,000 as the cost of goods sold. Cost per unit will be cost per unit remains the same, no change. And 25 lakhs 20,000 of B and closing stock of finished goods, you need to deduct 4 lakh 20,000. You are going to get 21 lakhs. Now, what is the cost per unit? Cost per unit always remains constant. Now, after the cost of goods sold, the next step is selling and distribution overheads. In the problem, it is mentioned that selling and distribution overheads cost is 1.50. That is fixed. Okay. He has given the cost per unit because we have how many units were produced. Is it right? So cost per unit of selling and distribution is 1.50 into 40,000. You are going to get 54,000. That is the cost you are going to incur for type A. And for B is, what is the cost per unit? That is same 1.50. That is given in the problem. So 1.50 into type B manufactured how many products? 1,20,000 pairs were produced. So 1,20,000 into 1.50. You are going to get 1,50,000. Now, cost of goods sold plus selling and distribution overheads. Selling and distribution overheads. You are going to get the total cost, that is 13 lakhs 50,000, and cost per unit is 37.50, and for B is cost of goods sold is 21 lakhs and selling and distribution is 1 lakh 50,000. You are going to get 22 lakhs 50,000 and cost per unit is 22.50. Now, this is what you are going to get now. The total cost we have got. Now, you need to calculate the sales. Say, in the problem already the sales is given. The sales is already given in the problem. What is the sales? See, how many units were being produced? By A is 40,000. Out of that, how many were sold? 36 were sold. Is it right? So, sales is nothing but how many were sold. So, you have to be taken, and in the problem, cost per unit is already given. Sales the cost per unit ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 44. And for B, they have given us 28. Now, cost per unit is 44 into, you need to be taken 40,000 pairs. That is the production. Okay. So 40,000 into 44. 40,000 minus of 36, you are going to get the closing stock is 4,000. I hope you understood. And now, out of that, see, sales is how many products were being sold here is 36,000 were being sold. So cost per unit is 44. So 36,000 into 44, you are going to get 15 lakhs 84,000. And same for B also here. Cost per unit they have given 28 per unit. And how many were being sold here? Of B is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh into 28, you are going to get 28 lakhs. So this is the sales we are going to get. Now, sales minus of cost. Sales minus of cost, you are going to get the profit. So the profit is 2,34,000 and cost per unit is 6.50, and of B is 28 lakhs minus of total cost is 22 lakhs 50,000. You are going to get the profit as 5 lakhs 50,000. Now, the cost per unit is 5.50. This is how we need to calculate the problem. Now, let us go to the next problem. You see, a company manufactures two types of pens, P and Q. The cost for the year ended 31st March 2019 were direct materials 4 lakhs, direct wages 2,24,000, production overhead 96,000, total cost 7 lakhs 20,000. It is ascertained that direct material in type B costs twice as much as that in type Q. Direct wages for type Q shoes were 60% of those of type P. Production overhead was the same for both types per pen. Administrative overheads for each type was 20% of direct labor. Selling cost was 0.50 per pen. Production during the year P is 40,000, Q is 1,20,000. Sales during the year P is 36,000, Q is 1 lakh. Selling price was 14 per pen for P and 10 per pen for Q. Prepare a statement showing the cost per unit. See, earlier we have done a same problem. It is an repeated problem, but only the amounts were changed. I hope you can do the same calculations along with what we have done. If you do, you have to practice this problem so that you are going to get the same answer. However, I have done in the previous problem with the same calculations. You need to go with the same calculations. Only the amounts will differ. That's all. I hope you can try. Okay. Now, today, let us go back to the revision. What and all we have studied today. What is cost sheet? How to calculate percentage of factory overheads, how to calculate the percentage of office and administration overhead, how to calculate the percentage of selling and distribution overheads, as how to calculate the profit that we have been studied from this sessions. I hope you all understood. Once again, you all go through these PPTs so that you will understand very clearly. Thank you. Thank you.